You know, I'm in a weird spot where it's like you don't want anybody to be killed, you know, but at the same time, this was a horrible, horrible piece of shit. You know, like, this is what happens when you're a fucking monster, when you support genocide. I'm honestly surprised it doesn't happen more. With all the high-powered weaponry that's available, it's kind of surprising that they don't, you know, people aren't using sniper shots to take these pieces of shit out more often. And again, it's a weird feeling. It's a weird feeling to celebrate somebody else's demise. You know, I guess I wouldn't want. I don't do that. But man, what a crazy shit. It's a sad shit. His poor wife, his kids, like that's the kind of shit like you don't want it to be. You know, there's family. There's more than just that. I've been trying to find information on it, but I can't seem to. Which is weird, like. But you know what you do see? That Charlie Kirk gets shot, and the people don't sit there and watch and just film and not move and just, you know, do. You know, like with Trump, with the fake staged event that was Trump shooting.
And we do continue to follow that breaking news. Conservative activist Charlie Kirk has been shot at an event that he was hosting at a Utah college.
Caroline Coles is in the newsroom following the very latest on this one. Caroline.
Yeah, a lot of new information coming in since we first reported this breaking news not too long ago. I want to take you to where all of this happened. This was around 12:30 p.m. Mountain time during a stop on his American comeback tour. Witnesses say a single gunshot rang out in the midst of that space. You see people running away after hearing that gunshot. That gunshot striked Kirk in the neck, sending the crowd as
It
you see
striked him
throughout campus. A suspect whose identity has not yet been released was taken after hearing that gunshot. That gunshot striked Kirk in the neck, sending the crowd as you see.
Chubby girl, listen to this. Professional newscaster, right?
Is he trying to rub that off? Crowley's going nuts. Don't let him do it.
Listen. Stop it.
Don't let him do it. That gunshot striked Kirk.
Striked. Hey, stop it.
Yeah, don't let him do it.
I can't. What am I going to do?
Call him over and rub his face or something.
He's here to see you. Rub his face or something. Distract him.
I gotta go do count.
Broly, stop it.
I think also, come here. What's left here?
I'm live.
Capstar tablets. Huh? Oh, you're live?
Well, it's too late. Just,
We could do the dogs.
it's too late.
Why?
They already ate.
I'll put in cheese too.
Go ahead, do it then. I don't give a shit what you're telling me for.
See, just running around campus. A suspect identity has was taken into custody without further, and they understand the FBI, local authorities are what happened. No motive at this point has been confirmed, but I want to give a little background as to who Charlie Kirk is for those who don't know. He's only 31. He's a well-known conservative activist. He's the founder of Turning Point USA. That's an organization really aimed at promoting conservative values on college campuses across the country, like he was doing
He's a racist
right here at Utah
piece
Valley
of shit.
University. When he was just 18 years old, he has since become a really prominent voice in right-wing political circles. I don't think people understand how huge he was. He is a polarizing figure, really praised by supporters for African.
I mean, I've been talking mad shit about him. This is the doofus who was like, "Oh, Palestine doesn't exist. Palestine doesn't exist. I know what you're talking about. It's called Judea and Samaria. Palestine doesn't exist."
But also criticized
That was
by
enough
others
for
who
me.
say his rhetoric often fuels division and controversy.
Of course it does. He's a
Apparently,
douchebag.
according to students on that campus, a lot of students did not want him linked to that event. He has been involved in high-profile political battles and is a frequent guest on conservative media outlets.
Too bad it wasn't Ben
Really
Shapiro, though.
sparking a lot of outrage across
That
the
dude
country
needs
as
to
we
go.
hear about what happened at this Utah event. Let's take you just some moments.
Wouldn't it be great if these fuckers started just dropping like flies?
University. That's Kirk right there. He's on the stage. He's addressing a big crowd of students and attendees. This is all part of his American Comeback Tour. Again, known for his energetic speaking style, often engaging directly with young audiences. Again, his mission to promote conservative values and support for the president.
Of course.
We are getting some sound in from some witnesses, and I want to go to that sound. Let's listen in.
So the question was about shooters, and before Charlie Kirk could pick up the mic again, that's when the shot happened.
The question was about shooters? Bro, come on. Are we serious now? As soon as you start getting into the details a little bit, now it's going to start getting fishy.
And Eva, could you see the shooter? Could you see where the shots were coming from? Can you
Fucking
describe
pinhead. Dude
for us
absolutely has a
what
pinhead.
happened after? If you could see the
I hate
aid
calling
that was
that, but-
rendered to Charlie Kirk.
So Emma and I dropped to the ground, so we didn't see with our own eyes. Charlie hit the ground, we saw him fall, but it looked like the shot came and it hit, so he was facing up.
A fiery crash in southwest Miami-Dade involving a marked cruiser.
It looked like the shot came and it hit, so he was facing us, and it looked like it hit the left side of his neck. And so where we were, though, it's interesting. It's kind of like a stadium, so it was a big bowl. It was a big bowl, so Charlie normally from this just sitting on the side of like the pavement, and everyone's at eye level with him. But with this, he was more down lower, and then everyone just was around him like.
We have the president as well. Take a look at your screen.
We must all pray for Charlie Kirk, who has been shot. A great guy from top to bottom. God bless him. Looks like God didn't really bless him very much, right?
We also have
It's so weird when
a
people
tweet
say
from
shit like
J.D.
that.
Vance.
Somebody
I'll
who's
just
just
read
been
it.
shot
He
needs his
posted,
blessing.
"Say a prayer for Charlie Kirk, a
Say a
good
prayer.
guy and a young father." He posted 14
Cash
minutes
Patel.
ago also saying, "Dear God, protect Charlie in his darkest hour." And
Dear
posting
God,
a
protect
picture
him.
of himself with Charlie Kirk and the president's son there as well. Also, this is from FBI Director Cash Patel posting, "We are closely monitoring reports of the tragic shooting involving Charlie Kirk at Utah Valley University. Our thoughts
I did it.
are with Charlie,
I was
his
the one.
loved
I'm the
ones,
mystery
and
shooter.
everyone affected. Agents will be on the scene quickly, and the FBI stands in full support of the ongoing response and investigation."
Yeah, I made it to Utah. Been back by now.
Waiting to figure out the status of him and also learn more about the
him
suspect
sit
and
up
what
straight.
prompted him to do this. Janice.
Okay, Caroline, keep us posted on any news that you find out. Thank you.
It's weird how the footage is not available. Sickening footage shows Charlie Kirk being rushed away after being shot.
I know, bud. I'm so sorry.
Warning, distressing content. Being taken away by military. And they're pulling guns on civilians. This cop has his gun out. Why does this cop have his gun out towards civilians who are trying to run away? That's fucking weird. Look at this psycho cop. Look, he's got his gun out at people. He's basically pointing his gun at people. It's a tiny little fucking little Asian guy, go figure. Jesus lovers get to work praying, exactly.
Hey, there's my main man. How's school? Yes. We begin with breaking news in Utah, where conservative activist Charlie Kirk has
So
been shot.
the one piece of there was one piece of footage that caught.
ATLA 5 News at 1 and 1 Walker.
I'm sorry, this is just weird.
The founder of the highly influential conservative group Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk, has been shot. He was shot while he was hosting an event on the campus of Utah Valley University. This video shows the moments before he was shot. A huge crowd gathered around him. He'd been speaking for about 20 minutes before he was struck.
Just wait for retaliation. What retaliation?
The university
To who?
says that the suspect fired at Kirk from a building about 200 yards away. The FBI says in a statement that agents will be responding on California's governor.
When did we get to a point where we couldn't be shown the actual footage of it, of things like this? How did that happen? That we're all this sissy group. My friend's seen it, and he said it's absolutely, yeah, well, I believe you. Bro, celebrating enemy's death. Yeah, I'm celebrating, all right.
Too many.
Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm going to give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
Again, I just don't understand why we can't see it. It's weird. Like, we've all seen the Kennedy shooting. We've seen his head blow to pieces and shit. You're telling me this is worse than Kennedy? Jesus, that fucking poor kid. 31 years old. I mean, it's like, you know, it's a weird position. Like, I would be, you know, throwing the biggest party I could if it was Netanyahu, you know, or Trump even. I'd be so happy. But, you know, that would lead to such drastic measures. Bro's not your enemy, he's just opposition. No, he is. Because this dude was a champion of genocide. It's hard to say, oh, poor guy, all this. This guy was championing the fucking Israelis murdering children. Starving people and murdering children. Like it's, you know, yeah, poor guy, but, you know, do you really feel bad for that fucking piece of shit? Had nothing but horrible things to say about gay people. You know, had this privileged life but acted like he did it all himself. I mean, he's a smart guy and everything. Yes, it's weird to want to see it. Yep. Yep, I know. In this day and age, I question the legitimacy of everything. So something like this happening, I don't trust it. But death seems a little extreme, no? No. I mean, he was celebrating and championing death on a genocidal scale. He fueled so much hate and so much, you know, so much white privilege hate. He was a huge champion of hatred. And I mean, he was a bad person. I hate that somebody is killed, a father is killed, a son is made fatherless, and a wife is made husbandless. Like, that part sucks. But this is the only way things change. It's literally the history of our world is based on that. As long as we keep asking the leaders to make the changes, they won't. It's not until we start actually, unfortunately, taking them out, like giving the option to people, like, hey, let's just do this together. Let's just make the world a better place. They don't want to do it. Or if they do, they want to do it by their own fucking, segregist, supremacist standards. No, he wasn't. He was one of the only people that would come and have conversation to hear people and let them ask their questions. Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. And it's not like he actually answered the question. My main experience with Charlie Kirk is when a black student was trying to ask him about the whole Palestine situation, and he's going, there is no Palestine. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not, there's no place, there is no Palestine. It doesn't exist. It's called Judea and Samaria. And I just like the way that he handled himself in that conversation, where it's like, obviously he can't make any reasonable arguments, so he's pushing the circular argument. And the thing is, a lot of people after that were pushing that same circular argument. What do you mean? There is no Palestine. But why take out like the guy who is willing to debate publicly and peacefully? I mean, I don't know. I just wanted to, I guess. Because, again, I did it. Yeah, I did it. I had a really, really long range weapon. Bounced it off a satellite. Pew, pew. Making fun of a dead person is callous. Oh, I don't give a fuck. Couldn't care less if he's dead or not. He's a piece of shit. He was a piece of shit. And that whole don't talk ill about the dead. Why not? For what reason? What makes somebody go from being a piece of shit that we can talk about to suddenly they're dead so we can't talk about what a piece of shit they were? That's not how it works. And that's literally what he did. He was a pompous windbag who would answer questions in a very, arrogant sort of, I regurgitate this stuff we're supposed to regurgitate. So that makes me smart. Not like, let's break it down and think about it. Let's question the reality of it. This is the guy who said, at first was talking about the Trump files and then said, we should release them, but then said, I'm just going to trust my friends at the White House that they're going to do everything just right, and we'll know from there. That's like someone killing over controversial shit you say. Yeah, well, not really. Not at all. I don't have nearly the influence or feed that he does. I'm some dumbass on YouTube. This was a man who was encouraging violence and encouraging genocide. I don't encourage any of it. I don't want anybody to die. Other than pedophiles, of course. But, in my ideal situation, when offered the chance to denounce the supremacy and just live in a unified system where we all work together, I would hope that's what the Jews would do. Unfortunately, those that don't would get sent to Israel. But again, I'm not suggesting killing anybody. Flag is already at half-mast. Mine wouldn't be. No, I'm 46. It's half-mast a lot of the times. Come on now, let's be realistic. Agree, dead or not. we should acknowledge what people were really like. I think Charlie was alright, was willing to talk and listen. No, he wasn't. Instead of scream racist, etc. I mean, the narrative we were given around him was one thing, but it wasn't accurate.
Cow, don't get all in
First honest thing you said, yes, I'm dishonest. That's the one thing you can say about me is I'm always lying. Oh yeah, like me saying submarines aren't real. Who knew that was going to be such a hot button topic? Apparently there are a lot of submarine enthusiasts in your. How many submarine conversations would you say you've had in your life, sweetheart?
None.
Really? You and your friends don't sit around talking about submarine? No. Oh, because according to the system, according to this, me saying submarines aren't real is akin to me pushing genocide and, you know, stupid, desperate shit. Be interesting to see who they make the patsy for this one. It happened in Utah, so it's more than likely some Christian white guy nutbag. But over 200 yards away, somebody took one shot. See, what I want you to notice too, more than anything, is look at the footage. As soon as Charlie Kirk is shot, and people sort of realize, holy shit, they start running. They don't just sit there and watch and film it like they did when it was Trump. They responded like people normally do, where they get the fuck out of there because they don't know if more shots are coming. It's me lying for views. Yes, I'm lying for views. That's what I'm doing. If I was lying for views, I'd be telling you Jesus is real. I'd be telling you Israel is the good guy. I'd be saying all those things that people like Charlie Kirk said and got a lot of views for it, right? Wouldn't that make more sense? If I really wanted attention, wouldn't I just be another Charlie Kirk? Licking the asshole and being allowed to say, you know, to have the platform? Like, you're just so desperate, you don't even realize how stupid you sound. I watched his complete shows for years. Found it interesting to hear the different points of view from it all, sure. But I think you're wrong. I don't think you get views from putting that. Right. I'm wrong. Because there's not literally at least, 10, 15 people every video. They go, what about submarines aren't real? What does it feel like to be right about everything? I wouldn't know, but I know it feels damn good to be right about all of this in the weirdest, most disgusting kind of way. Because it's the last thing I want to be right about. It's the last thing I want to... I wish I was wrong. I wish I was wrong when I predicted that Israel would commit the false flag by December of 2023 and execute the genocide. I wish I wasn't right, but I am. Do you guys not remember me saying recently that there's a shooting going to happen soon? That I think there'll be like some sort of shooting that is used to polarize things. And do you guys not remember that? Me talking about it, 2 weeks ago, if that? Predicting that another shooting was going to happen? Remember, I did the Charlie Kirk thing. I flew to Utah and back real quick on my spacecraft in 2 hours. It was originally reported that there was 2 shots. Well, okay. Well, you mentioned that you believe in submarines are real, but you only put that to get views, right? No, I didn't do that at all. Again, it's like, what the fuck show have you been watching? Bro, you're the one that said you don't believe. You said that subs are real and that you'd only put it in for extra views. Did you not? Do you remember when I was like, I believe submarines are real, but I only put it up for extra views? Remember when I said that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't remember that either? No, I did. I said that. You did say that. You did. What a dumbass. What a dumbass. And the bystander said the guy they grabbed and cuffed up was not the shooter. Old white man with gray hair. Yeah, well, can't seem to find a lot of information on him. Out of all the live streams on YouTube right now, you're the only one with 7 subscribers. Everybody else has more. Yes, I only have 7 subscribers. 7 live stream people watching. Oh, well, I can do something about that. I can affect the censorship that I get. It's what I push that censor myself button, and then I only get that. If you would just stop hate towards Jewish people and the terrorism support, then YouTube algorithm would allow you to get more. I thought the YouTube algorithm wasn't censoring me. Wait. Did you just say that the YouTube algorithm is censoring me? I thought I was just stupid. And I'm supporting terrorism. You know me, always supporting the terrorism. If I supported terrorism, I'd be an Israel supporter. I'd be a United States supporter. Biggest terrorists in the world are Israel and the United States. Let's be real. Well, purposely lying about submarines when people make them in kindergarten is weird. People make submarines in kindergarten?
Yeah.
I don't remember our kids having submarine class. I'm an SEO specialist. I manage this type of... I bet you are a specialist. The specialist that's here every time I go live, no matter what time it is. I bet you are. I wonder how this event will be utilized to turn people against or for something as usual. Of course. Of course. This is going to be a very, very polarizing thing. You're going to have white people like crazy, especially if they pull off the black guy shot him thing. If they can make it so a black guy shot him, boy, will that ever really stoke the fire.
This dude got this in prison. And he posted it all proud. He just got out.
People are weird, man.
Looks awful.
I think it was even me and David, what's his name, or no, wasn't Craig Carey, I don't know if you're still here, but I think Craig Carey was the one that I was talking about this with not too long ago. We were talking about a shooting's going to happen soon. He wasn't even a high-value target. Anyone can get shot nowadays. He wasn't a high-value target. Of course he was. Like I said, I wish it was Ben Shapiro. That would have been a lot better. And maybe Ben Shapiro's next. Maybe this is the beginning. Maybe this is the thing that's going to really start shooting. Because again, we need to take out... People need to, that's how things change. Think about like every time you've ever heard of a company is in trouble because they have a bunch of chemicals buried underneath a school. And the kids are getting leukemia and all kinds of crazy shit from the chemicals. And shit goes on for years and years and years. And the government or the company talks about they can't do anything. It's this, that, and the other. And then finally, the ruling will come through that they have to do it or they get in trouble. And as soon as that ruling comes through, they have it all cleaned up within a month. Within a month or two. It's force the hand, it changes. They won't do Ben, he's Jewish, that's for sure. But that's what I'm saying. Hopefully, this isn't them doing it. This isn't some sort of false flag operation of some sort. I mean, the thing is, him not being Jewish meant Israel could have easily sacrificed him. They don't care about sacrificing someone like him. It would be very advantageous for them in their cause to sacrifice someone like him. This will be used for gun laws and all kinds of shit. This is going to be a huge thing.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Nobody fucking knows who he is.
Lots of people know who he is. Like lots and lots of fucking white, especially white people. Charlie Kirk is I've known who he was for a long time.
Never heard his name.
Wolvie has a poll on his live. 22% say Charlie was not a good man. Yeah, watch Aaron Brosnan or something. I used to watch Shapiro as well, but I went off him when he would blindly defend a certain place. I just can't imagine watching any one of those guys like that. Like, it's one thing to be able to be here and converse with the person speaking, but to watch it on TV just makes me angry, and I'm looking for the thing that I can comment on, and it's just boring. Hamza! Hammy! We'll call you Hammy. Hammy Ham Bone! You're obviously adding what you watch to your you're adding what you watch into your delusions. That guy's last name is Ruman. It's my delusions. Israel is a fucking disgusting terrorist pedophile network, home to the worst people in the world. My delusions. This guy desperate to exploit an innocent death. Yes, I'm desperate to exploit it. Look at me exploiting it.
Nowhere else in the world can you go and get spit on in public.
And it's okay.
And it's okay.
Right.
Nowhere else. I've never heard of that anywhere else in the world.
Just like you've never heard of anybody else. Matitza Bapay sucking on baby dings. Bloody. Freshly cut.
I mean, you hear the crazy tribes in Africa.
They don't do that shit.
Cut the clitorises and, you hear
That's
all
not
that
the crazy tribes
shit.
in Africa, but yeah. You hear that shit, but it's still not put your mouth on a bloody baby penis. That's disgusting. Yeah, that's the word. I said it to Marv today. And he was just looking at me like, what? Like it doesn't seem believable.
People don't know about it.
Right. You don't know about it, so you assume it's just, so you must be making that up.
Right.
There's no way anybody would ever really do that.
Outraged,
right.
And that couldn't be allowed.
It would be all over the news. People would be, protesting and freaking out, and that's the mindset that people have.
Yeah,
then
that wouldn't be allowed if it were happening. It
right.
can't be happening.
Exactly. No, Hammy, I don't eat pork. You shouldn't neither name one prophet that ate pork. What do I give a fuck about some goofy ass prophets? Do you not understand that that's all Jewish fairy tale?
Go to McDonald's and eat people. How about that?
What don't you understand about it? It's all Jewish fairy tale. You believe in one of 3 Abrahamic religions, and you don't even know why you do. If I ask you, why do you think, why is Islam real and Christianity's not? Other than you saying something stupid like, well, every Quran ever found is the exact same when the Bible was rewritten. What? That doesn't give you personally any proof that shit's real.
So what happens if a Muslim goes to McDonald's, has what they think is a beef burger, and they end up eating part human, from the meat, and that human ate ribs all the time? Does that then make that Muslim unclean?
I don't care. Somebody says, just because I have a man at the end of my name, you think I'm Jewish, just shows how ignorant you are. Right. Assuming some dumbass who's on here defending pedos and not, denouncing the genocide that's happening, that also happens to have a man on the end of their name, assuming that person is Jewish is just How dare I? Where would I ever come up with such a crazy concept? Yes. Yep. See, so Randy, good old Randy, just lost all his credibility, right? Because all I have to do is look out the window, and either I'm in a 2-story trailer in the middle of a neighborhood, or Randy's just so desperate to get any sort of attention and say that he'll say anything. When you know somebody is literally willing to say anything to get attention, nothing they say matters anymore. They have zero credibility. Do you really believe that submarines aren't real? Ah! Ah! Isn't it amazing how upset that makes people? It's just such a wild thing. I would have never known titling my shit "Submarines Aren't Real" would like make people lose their fucking minds.
My great granddad was in the war, and he said he was on one.
Of course, I've been on one too. I've been on submarines. I went to the harbor and they had a boat sitting there, and I went on it. I did.
Well, and you have to clarify a bit because you title it that way to get a reaction.
No, I don't. I titled it that way because that's what I believe. I don't think submarines are real.
Not the way that we're taught. I believe that the boats have been made and you can, tour them, but that they just don't behave
And that's stupid.
work
Yeah,
the
no.
way that we're taught.
Obviously, the things that we call submarines exist. Yeah, that's no doubt. Those are boats. Do I believe that these boats can go underwater and swim like a whale? No. But either way, why would anyone care? I just think it's so fucking funny in a world where a genocide is taking place, where the most supremacist organization, the most supremacist cult in the world is not only starving an entire population to death after dropping bombs on all of their houses, they're now dropping bombs on the tents that they live in while they're starving to death. And it's the same group of people that is consistently caught raping children. And it's the same group of people that has cult rituals that are paramount to their religion.
But see,
It's paramount.
People don't associate that group of people with raping children.
Well, but they do.
No, they don't.
They do. They just won't say it.
No, they don't. That's not widely.
Never
been pointed out publicly.
Of course it has. You just ignore it. But when you see all of the Epsteins, Weinsteins, and so on, when you see this, you know it's there. Listen, at the end of the day, if anything, there's only one group that you know you're not allowed to talk about.
Shit. Later.
You're not allowed to even talk about them. And that says everything you need to know. Talk about poor Charlie Kirk. Fuck Charlie Kirk. Fuck him. The boats aren't swimming, it's called mechanics. And see, it'll be so funny because every time somebody actually says something, that's the kind of shit they say. It's called mechanics. Yep. Oh, look at this shit. Look at the crybaby. Cry babies, cry babies. Oh, Jesus, it's so goofy. So goofy. Let me guess. This started on October 7th for you, right? Yep. I've been following the Israel-Palestine situation since October 7th.
2017?
More like 12. But it's, again, This is the same person who said I'm in a trailer right now. Like, this person is just willing to say anything because they can't say anything. You know, he'll say anything he can because he knows there's nothing he can say that's gonna best me. He can't defend piece of shit Israel. World is lacking empathy for their fellow human. Many great vibes sent to you, and I hope you heal from the pain inside of you. Oh, it must be such pain inside of me that I think we should kill pedos and eliminate the fryer control scheme. Oh, so much pain. You should have an opinion one way or another. Your tax dollars go to their war. It's not a war. That's the thing. We're not talking about a war. We're talking about a genocide. We're talking about a fucking all-out slaughter. There's no war going on here. Think about the card game war, right? It's only actually considered war when each person has the same card. Then you say war. You put one card down and then you put another card up.
Equal.
Right?
It starts off equal.
It starts off equally. And there's nothing equal about what's happening with them in general. You know, the thing is, if I was to say all these crazy things like I do, and then I went and I looked into it, and it was just wrong, over and over again, I'm like, oh shit, I'm wrong. Oh shit, I'm wrong. You know, that would be one thing. Or if my sources were like some guy who lives on a mountaintop in a compound with a like the white supremacist militias that you would see on those HBO documentaries from back in the day. Remember that one? But the fact is, I purposefully go to their source. I don't want to go to the conspiracy source. You'll never see me talking about some shit Alex Jones said or something like that. Like it's obvious. You know, you clearly don't know what's going on in Gaza. Yes, you're right. I have no idea. I have no idea. Are the Houthis the official government of Yemen? No. When it comes down to the Houthis and shit like that, all I could say is sleight of hand job, man. Yeah, go watch our video for Sleight of Hand Job, the song Sleight of Hand Job, where I tell you that this is going to happen. That the only reason there was ever supposedly peace made was so they could use it against them. They could say the Houthis broke the truce. You look like the one who flew over the cuckoo's nest. Yep. Yep, that's the best you're gonna give, right? Because when I'm talking about Israel and Gaza and shit, and you say you don't know anything about what's going on in Gaza, the next thing is, because I look this way, how do you like your dudes to look? How do you prefer your dudes to look? You like your dudes with short hair, I would imagine? You like your dudes all short and big noses, little beady eyes, pasty white skin, non-athletic? Sexy, sexy.
About 14.
Huh?
About 14.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm way too old for you. You do know that, right? Way too old. Like I started puberty like a long time ago. I know that's like your target age and all, but oh man, so goofy how desperate this other side is. This group. We're a group and we want you because you're a local. It's so funny when you call us pedophiles and then point out how we must be pedophiles. It's so funny. Ah. You guys were so desperate that you literally called the cops today. That's how desperate you were. And the cops just laughed at you. The cops were like, they're fucking...
And agreed that you
right, you're
wasted
dumb.
resources.
Wasting resources. Very, very typical, like, Israeli tactics, right? To try to get somebody with guns to fight your fight for you because you're not smart enough to do it yourself. You can't actually handle the conversation. I mean, seriously, what did you think the cops were going to do? What did you think I was going to go crazy, start shooting at them? Get out of here, coppers!
Man, you should have done that.
Well, yeah. I'm not pro-Israel. Most of us don't care. Exactly. Exactly. You don't care. There are children being killed and you don't care. There's a bunch of rape happening and you don't care. Like, I don't doubt, like, I don't think you're a bot. I absolutely think you're just some dumb little dick white guy mad at the world because nobody likes you. Clearly, nobody likes you. That, you know, I can go live morning, noon, or night and you'll be here begging for attention.
Like a little bitch.
Right. Please pay attention to me, guy. Please. I'm not smart enough, so I'm going to try to insult you.
I don't have a life of my own, so I'm sucking your dick every time you come
Every
up.
chance. Every time. He wishes. He wishes he could. Don't try to deflect from the truth by saying, if the devil is... Who? The devil? What are we talking about? The devil now? Come on.
Ooh, Jesus and the devil.
Don't go stabbing someone in the train.
That's my favorite
Yep.
show.
Well, the thing is, you know, the other day, because I don't understand titles, right? So I went to a Subway, and I was like, hey, I got to take the train. When's the next train come? And they were like, dude, we make sandwiches. And I got in this big fight. The cops had to come because I was like, what the fuck? Why do you call this place Subway? This isn't a
I
Subway.
want to go somewhere, goddammit.
I bought some tickets off a guy outside. He said he had some extra tickets. He happened to have tickets to where I needed to go, and he said he'd sell them to me for $100, first class. Come on! I don't understand what titles mean. This guy got rejected by a Israeli girl. It would be an Israeli girl, you dumb piece of shit. And, yeah, no. If I found out she was Israeli, I'd spit in her face.
What? Now that's...
No, I'm so done. I don't care. No, it's way better. It's way better. It's way better. They're murdering and raping and just, you know, nothing we can do is worse than what they do. But as I always say, like I would, you know, I wish all Israelis would just be like, you know what, we're all together, let's make. Nobody's special, nobody's born superior by God. And we know you love to swallow, Randy. Nice one walking into that. Randy much prefers to swallow. That way he gets his vitamins. Yep, that's my mother. Yeah. Again, notice how this is the same person who said, I don't know anything about what's going on in Gaza, and has yet to make a counterpoint to anything I've said about Gaza.
That means our kids are your brothers. That's
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah. And yeah, well, I don't know how the fuck you had me as young as you did, but
I was 4.
yeah, 4 is you must have had it.
I got pregnant.
So wait, my
3.
father's Israeli?
I don't know. I was 3 when I got pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
so I don't know who it was. Sorry.
I mean, 3 years and 1 day, that's their, that's their rule.
Well, maybe.
As long as the girl's 3 years and 1 day, you just have to pay the full dowry.
I didn't think that
Talmud stuff, right?
kids had eggs at that age. Maybe I was an anomaly. I had magic super eggs.
Yep, she definitely was desperate. That must be it. Yeah, desperate. Because if you had a girlfriend, which you clearly don't, I couldn't steal her from you in a heartbeat.
The funny thing is you wouldn't want to.
Of course not. But if it was one of those situations where we hung out,
Because they're probably nasty.
you would be like, I don't want you hanging out with him anymore. Can you imagine how geeked you'd be? You'd be like, can I suck your dick now? No? Oh, okay. How about now? Dude, I'm not gay. I don't want you to suck my dick. Yeah, I know, but I really want to. Please? Brainwashed, or brain rod. Brain rod right there. Brain rod? What the hell is a brain rod?
I don't know. Is that science?
First of all, that land does not belong to the Jews. You can't claim land after not being there for more than 2,000 years.
You're right, it doesn't. But yet they're killing people for it anyhow.
Right. And
you're defending them.
the cracked out part is believing in the 2,000 years thing. See, that's the difference between you and I.
Oh, I just ignore that part. That part just.
Well, but everybody believes it. I mean, if I tell you, like, if I say I don't believe in Christopher Columbus, you're going to think I'm crazy. If I say I don't believe in George Washington, you're going to say I'm crazy. You want to believe what you're told to believe and what you've wasted so much time learning.
Your friend tells you something, and you go and you repeat the story to another friend. That story's totally different. So I'm supposed
Especially
to
if my
believe-
wife doesn't.
Anyway, I'm supposed to believe that we have accurately preserved what that motherfucker said however long ago.
It was written down on a piece of paper, on a papyrus. Yeah, we have the magic carbon dating machines, that can tell you.
It doesn't matter. I don't believe that anybody said what we have been told that they had said.
Well, and just like with the Bible, who the fuck was writing everything down to begin with?
It's just dumb.
Who was in the cave with the little girls when they were deciding that they were going to get their father drunk so they could lay with him and get pregnant? Because, that first time, I mean, he was 90. He was so drunk that his dick that he wouldn't remember, but he still had a working dick for his daughter and got her pregnant. She knew about it. She knew about it the next morning. Virgin she was.
You always know when you're pregnant.
The next morning. Yeah, especially when you're a 12, 13-year-old virgin. Look at the guy with the man last name being as sexist as he possibly can. Because that's what they don't like women. They think women's vaginas are toxic and, they just don't like women. Islam is the very definition of apartheid. Oh, is it? How? There are Muslim countries on this planet with female heads of state. The Islam that we're presented is the Wahhabi Islam, the nasty Saudi Arabian Islam. But there are multiple variations of Islam, and
the most peaceful among the major religions.
They're the most dedicated. They believe in crazy shit.
Disciplined.
They're the most disciplined. Like, Christians are just a joke compared to Muslims as far as the religion goes. Can you imagine Christians closing down their business 5 times a day?
Have you ever attended the coffee after any church service? The ones they usually hold in the basements of the church? It is the worst gossip fest ever. People, especially the women, say the nastiest shit about each other in the basement of the church right after service.
I mean, all those people that go to the church, from what I'm sort of starting to figure out is, at least half of the people that go to the church have a search history or a folder or something like that. They're pedos. The amount of pedophilia and pedophiles out there is so much bigger and more than you think it is. The other day we tried to look up the registry, the Michigan pedophile registry, whatever. Right, and you can't find it. What good is it if you can't find it? But I really think you should all follow DAP, Dads Against Predators, because I just, they do the right thing, and the main guy is fucking smart. He lays it out. He's not, well, I don't think he's the most learned feller, but when it comes to this particular thing, he's really smart. And the things that he says, and he talks about, like, look, I've caught so many people that are on the fucking registry already. The registry doesn't do shit.
No, it's a joke.
It is. It's a joke. How many of you have had somebody in your neighborhood come knock on your door and be like, by law, I'm supposed to tell you I live here? Why not answer such a simple question? Why not answer which question am I not answering here? How can you say Islam is peaceful? Right? Because it's Islam that's causing all the terror all over the world right now. It's the Muslims that have caused the most damage, the most death all over the world. I mean, Islam is fucking stupid. Like, it's so funny how the American white Western bigotry, it makes me sound like I'm fucking defending Islam all the time just because, you have to fight against the stupidity. I'm not the type that's just going to let any old dumb thing go just because it's negative or it goes against the thing I go against. No, you have to be accurate in what you're saying. But it's just dumb. It's just all dumb shit. You can't claim the land. That's the question. That wasn't a question. That was a statement. Bro, you cannot claim land after 2,000 years. That's not a question. Bro, going through mental gymnastics just to try to prove nothing. Yep. Mental issues, yet again, says the same dumb friar. Like, this is what they have. This is the best thing they can do. There's bad and evil people go to church. There is bad and evil people go to churches. Some think they can do depraved things, then go to church and be forgiven and repeat that. Well, and they get it. I mean, look at any prison doc. There was this one prison thing I watched one time, and there was this guy who had like tattoos down his face. I can't remember what it was, but
Murder.
well, he had gotten in trouble because he killed his girlfriend and her parents because he thought she cheated on him when she didn't.
Oh my.
And she was pregnant with his kid.
Oh my God.
And so he went to prison.
Yeah.
And the guy interviewing him was talking to him, and he was one of these. He found God in prison, of course, and everything he has to say is related to God. And he's like, yeah, I know I found forgiveness in the Lord, and yada yada yada. And the interviewer's like, well, do you think you should get the death penalty for what you've done? And he said, no, only God can decide that. And he's like, well, you decided that those other 3 people's lives should be, and 4 people's lives should be ended. And he was just like, duh, we're sorry, you know. I mean, the fact that they just can't have the simple, conversation about it. The fact that you can't ask a Christian why they're Christian and they give you a straightforward answer. I'm a Christian because one day I was walking down the street and I was about to get hit by a car when I felt the hand of God wrap around me, pick me up, and put me on the sidewalk outside the grasp of the car, outside the reach of the car. I mean, there's no other way I could explain that, right? You might have some crazy story, but it can be explained. Well, the thing is, I was really sick, and the doctors didn't say said we had no chance, and blah blah blah. So everybody was praying, like they'd been praying the whole time. But so everybody prayed really hard that night, and the next day the doctors came through with a special medicine that was going to help me. Oh, that must have been God then. Must have been. Couldn't have been coincidence. Like, it would be one thing if you believed that God just sort of existed and watched everything and didn't interfere. I guess that would be a little bit better. But to constantly claim that, like, while God is ignoring the cries and pleas and screams and all that of the children being raped by clergy, or the Christians in Palestine getting bombs dropped, the children that are in the tents that are getting bombs dropped all around. They're praying, please, God, please. While God's ignoring those prayers, he's getting you that job at Walmart that you prayed about. He's deciding to let the doctors have the medicine that's going to help you now. Like, it's just such embarrassing nonsense. According to your logic, that land belongs to Jews because they were there 2,000 years ago, and now they want it back to the same rights to the... So do the relatives have the same rights in America? Right. I mean, it's that whole... It was ours 2,000 years ago. Well, what proof do you have of that?
How do you fucking own land? You go there, kill the people, and say, it's mine now.
Right. I mean, am I allowed to go to the houses I grew up in and be like, hey, I used to live here, get the fuck out. Leave all your shit, get the fuck out.
It's my house. If you
It's
don't
my
leave,
house.
I'm going to kill you, and I'm not going to get in any trouble for it.
Right. Would that be allowed to exist? Where does that line get drawn? What about the people that were there before the Jews 2,000 years ago? Or is there no before the Jews? Funny thing about the Jewish religion is it was basically all oral tradition for like the first couple thousand years. So it doesn't really exist in the historical record that they say they have, because they didn't write anything down. So it was hundreds, if not thousands of years, like thousands and thousands of years of the telephone game before somebody finally wrote it down, and they got it right. All the goofy names, all the goofy times, all the goofy stories, dates, well, at least sort of. And never mind the fact that Judaism can't exist without Exodus. Exodus is the quintessential, it's like patient zero story of Judaism. And yet Exodus is impossible. It's so embarrassingly impossible and just stupid. And again, to think, okay, so back then, God was really big into fucking around down here. Not before that and not after that, but just at that small little time, in that one little place on earth, God was like, here, let me turn into a pillar of fire and you just follow me around. And if you don't do what I like, I shall smote thee. Don't you go worshiping a golden calf now. Moses went up on the fucking mountain stayed up there for 40 days and 40 nights, and by the time he got back, the people had constructed a great giant golden calf that they were now worshiping. 40 days later.
They dropped his ass that fast.
Man, that religion that they have, that cult that they have, must not have a very long-lasting, sort of strong impact on people. Seems strange, right? Especially considering it's been 2,000 some years and people still hang on to it with no proof. Back then, it only took 40 days and people were like, fuck that. I mean, I don't even know. How many days does it take to construct a golden calf? No. How many days does it take to construct the golden calf in the first place?
What materials?
Gold and, I mean, I don't know the mold you make, the big giant mold you make to.
Oh, how big was it? That was my next question.
It's a giant golden calf. Remember I showed you the picture? Didn't I show you the picture?
Yeah, but who knows?
It was a picture. It was a Polaroid. No, it was.
They didn't have Polaroids back then.
It's such a joke what people believe. Like if I say to you, you honestly believe 2 million people walked around the desert for 40 fucking years?
I mean, I don't know why they keep walking. Eventually, I think that they were just.
Oh, my feet hurt. Do we have to keep walking? Jesus.
Can't we just camp out here and just live?
And then all the animals they had, all the horses, all the he-asses and she-asses. I don't know if you know this or not, but horses require like 30 gallons of water a day. Where were they getting all that fucking water from?
Troughs. Outside the saloons.
So if the natives could show you that they are on the land they were kicked off of, then they could take it by force.
No.
They would be held accountable by the government. Right? No, somebody's
why
saying.
Can't they live where the fuck they are?
Somebody's saying that to the Israelis, that shouldn't the Native Americans then be able to do the same thing? And this idea that they can show it. I can show you that we lived here 2,000 years ago. Look, my grandfather carved his initials in this wall right here. Couldn't care less, dumbass. Yes, one of them lost a quarter, so they spent 40 years trying to find it again. You what?
Where'd you leave it? In Gaza? Damn it. Now we gotta go kill a bunch of people just to get that back.
It's just walking around. Where are we going? It's so hot. I'm so sick of eating manna. Manna is like a tree sap-like substance. They survived on manna for 40 fucking years. What are we having for dinner tonight? Let me guess. Manna. And the manna, because, you know, Jewish God is such a dickhead. The manna only lasted a day. They had to harvest manna every day because it would go bad after one day. Unless, of course, it was the day before the Sabbath, which they're not allowed to work on the Sabbath. So God would make them, you know, 2-day manna. It's so bad. You sound like you're dating a Free Willy. I am. She's fucking huge. Like, if there's one thing I can say about my wife, I might as well call her my wives. She's so fat. I mean, seriously. Seriously. You know how us POC love us a BBW. Well, a BBWW. A BGW. What do you call what's going on in Palestine? Atrocious. Calls it retribution. What a piece of shit. So wait, this is the thing I don't understand.
For what?
So now,
Retribution
do the
for what?
Jews get retribution on them for everything they've done? Do you believe that should come their way? Because even if October 7th, you believe it, October 7th is a false flag. No Israelis died, and no Israelis were taken hostage. It's about as dumb and as obvious a false flag as you'll ever see. But let's just say, and again, according to the results, around 11, oh no, it's not even around. It's 1,129 people died in Israel. They don't say 1,129 Israelis died. It's 1,129 people in Israel. They also claimed that they killed around 1,500 Hamas almost immediately. So they're still telling you the truth either way, but even if it was true that 1,129 Israelis were killed on October 7th, they would have been completely justified for doing so. After everything that's been done to them. 2023, by October of 2023, the Israelis had already killed 200, I think it's 270 something, but to be conservative, I say 240, because I can't quite remember. But even if it's 240 or 270, that doesn't really matter. The Israelis had already killed at least 240 people and taken thousands more hostage in their nightly illegal raids, where they would go into a town at like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, kick in the door and just start shooting. And if people died, they died, but then they would take the males hostage.
What about shutting off the electricity?
Wait. The 2023 was setting up to be the deadliest year for the Palestinians since the 2006, massacre that took place. Second only to 2022, which was the deadliest year for the Palestinians, second only to 21, which was the deadliest year for the Palestinians, second only to 2020. Like they were just ramping it up. They were killing so many people. And when they reported that, Israel had killed 270 or 240 people, they've killed 240 people, and then during this operation they killed another 300 people, and then in this operation they killed another 100-something people. But those three numbers don't get combined into the total number of people. Like, that's how they keep track of things. It's really fucked up. Oh, I absolutely deny October 7th. There's no proof of it. It does not exist. Let me ask you this. How many of you would be at a festival, shooting starts breaking out, so you get in your car, you start to drive away, but then you go, you know what, fuck that. I'm going to get out of my car and go run out into the open field. Is that what you would do? Is that what anybody would do? Find any sort of footage that proves anything happened. Where are all funerals? We know how their funerals override any sort of common sense or protocol. Where are the 1,100 funerals? Where are 900 funerals? Say they didn't get all of the, where are the 900 funerals? Should have had 900 funerals. Should have had a shit ton of funerals that day, right? That's how you guys are. But definitely the next day, because you guys believe that the body has to be in the ground within 72 hours of death. So no matter what, there had to be 1,200 funerals had, 1,120 something funerals had in 3 days. No footage of that. And there are laws, and their laws are discriminatory to most people who are original from that land. The new study came out recently, said 95% of Israelis don't have Semitic blood in them. They're from Ukraine, they're from Russia, they're from Europe, they're from the United States. The Palestinians are the Semitic people. But I guarantee you can't find any sort of proof that anything that any Israelis were killed on October 7th. You just can't. Every piece of footage that exists doesn't show you anything. Oh, you could see a bunch of people running. Oh, well, that's fucking real. And then they go and they hide behind a tree, holding the camera all up in their face, Blair Witch style. I'm so scared. It's fucking crazy, man. Initially, Israel puts out this thing that to bypass the greatest security system in the region with the most fucking surveillance equipment anywhere. They used paragliders. Hamas used paragliders. And when everybody was calling that shit out, and like, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, lo and behold, Hamas video on Hamas.com or wherever the fuck that was, showing them practicing on paragliders, just in case people weren't believing that they used paragliders on October 7th. Isn't that amazing?
It's pretty coincidental footage.
You would think, like, if I was Hamas and I, you know, and people were like calling out Israel and saying they were lying, and even if I did have the paragliders, I'm not going to release the footage to show it. You know, I'm going to take everything I can that goes against Israel, especially in this fucking climate we live in. Uh-oh, did they shut the comments off? They might have shut the comments off. October 7th is a false flag. They don't sacrifice their people like that. I'm supposed to believe that Hamas was able to orchestrate October 7th, and it all just happened to be on the day where Israel wasn't paying attention. And since then, they have not been able to do a single fucking thing. They launched 5,000 rockets in 20 minutes. 4 rockets every second for 20 minutes. Even at the lowest costing rocket, that's over $1 million. They just had $1 million worth of rockets they could launch. 5,000 of them, and 99% were all shot down by the Iron Dome. The 1% that did get through, well, those were the ones that the Iron Dome scanned and was able to tell that they were going to fall short, so they just let them fall short. What about the kidnapping on a motorcycle? Right, because you couldn't stage that. And how do you kidnap somebody on a motorcycle? All right, get on the back and put your arms around me.
Hang on tight.
Hang on really tight. Don't you jump off. Okay? You just hang on. You can put your head on my shoulder if you want to. It's okay, I don't mind. What about all the different fucking supposed hostages that get released and they salute, they hug, they kiss the hostage takers? What about that? When you do that, somebody takes you hostage, you're going to give them a big kiss when you're done?
Kisses for everybody.
It's fucking crazy. Why would Hamas keep a paraglider secret? They're proud of it. Yes, that's what it is. Did you not understand what I said, you dumb fucking inbred friar? You guys are so stupid. I just explained it to you and you still don't understand. If I'm Hamas and I'm getting sympathy from the world because they're calling out the ridiculousness of this idea, I'm not going to strengthen Israel's argument by releasing the video. Somebody puts a gun to you, you don't have to do as they say. Israel has never been in danger. I mean, it's just such a fucking dumbass argument. What's up with him saying friar all the time? He's obsessed. Yes, friar. Because I know what the word means. You know what the word means. And that's all that really matters. Because if I say anything else, I can get in trouble for it. But Fryer's fine.
If you don't know what it means, go ask your booby.
Yeah, go ask your booby. Your booby knows. Also, you aren't Hamas now, are you? Yes, I'm Hamas. Oh, yes, look at me. I am Hamas. Hey, where's my khaki suit with a black balaclava and a bright green headband so you know where to shoot? Hamas isn't real. Hamas is Israel. Hamas is Al Qaeda, is ISIS, is that boogeyman that's only there when they need him to be. Again, why hasn't Hamas done anything since? Stalin existed, yep. Stalin and the Bolshevik Jews. Yeah, long before Israel even existed. Yep, you are right. Love to leave out the Bolshevik Jews aspect of that whole narrative, though, don't you? Marx and Lenin, they're Jews. But hey, who cares about that part? Hamas absolutely isn't real. Hamas is a joke. Just like the idea that Israel is bombing hospitals because Hamas has secret tunnels underneath them, and then every single time, well, the tunnels aren't here this time. Look, we found some bombs in a bed 14 hours later. We swear we didn't put them there. Tell us more about the corruption of Catholicism. Hey, why do the Catholics wear yarmulkes?
They're not, they're hats.
Are you like not took your medicine or something? One of these dumb friars says. I'm telling you, that's all these friars have is the mental argument. And they think mental issues are like funny. You know? They're why retard is something people say and shit like that. They're the ones that always made the jokes about the retarded people and made them into, comedic characters and shit like that. It was when the Goyim started taking over that all that stuff changed. That, you could know that the retarded guy was no longer an okay thing to just have as a butt of a joke. While they controlled everything with an iron fist, well, that was what it was. Can we sign this dude up for the draft? Yeah. Good luck with that. I think I'm a little old. Oh, another mental health stream, says Matt G. Yep. See what I mean? They just don't have anything. Joined 1 year ago, has no subscribers. This literally all they have. You forgot to take your meds. Schizophrenic. It's what they do because, if you can get people, like Dave Chappelle said, the worst thing you should do is call people crazy because crazy is dismissive. But if they can get people to say I'm crazy, well then, as soon as you think something's crazy, you don't need any more information. Right. You just go, oh, it's crazy, so it doesn't matter what's being said. And that's literally all they can hope to do is try to get people to say that so that they just ignore what I'm saying. That's why you never see them acknowledge, defend, or debunk anything I'm saying. Right? They just can't. How are they going to paint themselves as the good guys?
That little piece of shit. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, $650,000 because it's California.
Sure.
Norwalk, California. Fuck that. $650,000 for a piece of shit.
I mean, they're just trying to make it so life is too hard for everybody. That's what they want us to feel. That's you're feeling exactly how that's supposed to make you feel. He likes Hamas for some evil reason, huh? If Hamas was real and there was somebody finally standing up to the Israeli menace, then yes, that would be fantastic. But it's not. Up, take your pill. Yup, take your meds. Isn't it amazing how I can predict what they're gonna say? Gentiles have ruled the world since Jesus died. The fuck are you talking? Yep. When you look up the history of things and you look at who's at the top of all the ladders, it's always Gentiles. Yep, just like in the Bible, right?
Jesus was a Jew. Was he not?
Yep. The Christians are not peaceful people.
None of them are.
Yeah, they're all Jewish religions. They're all Abrahamic religions. So there is no real difference there. Turning the cheek is the people is an honor now, yeah, because that's what Jesus says. Jesus is a warrior, make no mistake. When it
Warriors don't get put on a fucking crucified on a cross, you dumb fuck.
When he comes back, he will spread death. We aren't judges, so we can't do that, but we aren't supposed to be passive. God, you're just the worst little troll fucking friars, man. It's amazing. Did I see you screaming on the street corner? Yep, see? Another crazy comment. Combined IQ of all the deadbeats in the room, 71, yep. More mental health issues. More mental stuff, because that's all they have. Yet, again, can't seem to come up with anything to the contrary, can you?
I'd like to put my grade point average up against you. Keeping in mind my senior year was filled with AP classes.
But most people don't call their people friars, so what's up with that? Blah, 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 blah. I'm talking directly to you pieces of shit. It's for you. That's why I say it. It's crazy that the internet has made us more connected than ever, but also caused us to destroy our brains by constantly thinking about things that don't matter. Yup. They don't matter because they don't affect Paul. Jesus Christ. So stupid. Anyway.
That's how the average person thinks. It doesn't affect me, so what the fuck do I care? I got enough to worry about.
But it does affect you. That's the thing. $3.8 billion a year, at the very least, is stolen from you and given to Israel every year.
Directly, but at the same time, this follow-up thought to that is, even if they didn't give it to them, it still wouldn't come back to us. It'd find somewhere else to go anyway.
Well, I mean, but it should. It should go to fixing the infrastructure, fixing the roads, making a pedophile hunter program that the government, because, they can't do it. It's too much money, right? Anything like that. Look at how terrified they are. Look at how many representatives they send to me trying to sort of, muddy the water and shit, and they just fail. They're terrified of me. They're terrified of people like me because they know, their time is short. Israel won't be around in the next couple of years. We're going to outlaw this cult. We're going to get rid of these pieces of shit. It's crazy. They shut you up. They shut up. You are so mad. Do something then. You think you are so smart. You actually can't even do a job. Look at you.
Wow. Do they speak English in what?
Hey, dude, can we debate on a phone call? Yeah. Let me talk to you on the fucking phone, you weirdo. What the fuck is wrong with people?
Well, they want to get their words in.
This guy is important. He says so. Says one of the 23 people that have been watching me for over an hour.
Really is important enough to you to waste your time on then, huh?
Obviously.
Because it's such a waste if he's so unimportant.
You know why I say it, but you don't understand where I get it from. Look it up. Your life won't be around in a few years. LOL. Yeah, sure.
Is it because he's not supposed to know that? Is that what your problem is? I know what it means.
No, Israel will be wiped out soon. I'm really happy. I'm looking forward to it. I'm on my phone. I don't care enough to spell.
Wow.
I
Go
keep.
tell your third grade English teacher that. See what she says.
Do you guys get how easy this is? Do you guys get like how it's almost so like it's too easy. It makes it not fun. I wish there was some legitimate sort of discourse and competition and argument here, but I don't care how I spell. I don't care. I'm so entitled that I could just say whatever I want, however I want. I love when you call me stupid, but you're too stupid to spell words correctly. And then you, right, and your phone tells you the right word, and you still spell it incorrectly. It's fucking amazing. You mean you wish you had people agreeing with you? What you mean is you wish you had people agreeing with you. Oh, I know I do. I know I do. I know that there are lots and lots of people out there that are sick of your cancer and ready to get rid of it. If I wasn't such a threat, why would you be here night and day begging for attention? You can try to say everything you want, but that little piece just doesn't make any sense. If I wasn't the most important thing in your life, you would do other shit.
I remember one time my mom was like, I don't understand. I love him, and I still am not going to sit there and watch him. Why do they care? Don't they have anything better to do?
Nothing. Day or night.
I have more important stuff to do with, like, daily life.
For hours at a time, every single day, for years.
Can you please explain to us why?
No, they won't.
I am so confused. It makes no sense.
No, it does make sense. Everything makes sense. It just depends on how you look at it. But I'm glad you asked. Because I can explain why they're here. I'll answer the question. They won't, but I will. Okay? So the first reason they're here, you tell me if this makes more sense than anything they might say, which, again, they won't. Okay? So first of all, this is act.il. Act.il was a social networking service used by supporters of Israel to oppose online, quote, anti-Israel content, such as the BDS movement, boycott, divestments, and sanctions. Its activities were referred to as a, quote, online propaganda campaign and a, quote, virtual situation room of pro-Israel experts. act.il, listen, directed its users to missions to like, comment on, and share pro-Israel material on social media. It also asked users to flag, report, and respond to criticisms of Israel. This is the most important part. Users were guided on how to respond, which might entail writing a reply using the provided talking points. So, why they never say anything good about Israel or the Jews or anything? Why they always go with the mental health and they say the same, take your meds, schizophrenic, whatever kind of bullshit? They actually haven't been saying it since I pointed it out. They've changed it up a little bit. But the fact that they all say the same things and none of those things are anything good, those are the provided talking points. I figured this out. Like, I've been saying this for a long time on my feed. But the other day I posted, there was a random Facebook page where it showed this dumb friar riding his bike. And the skateboarder comes out from in front of him and he rides into the skateboarder. Yet somehow that's the skateboarder's fault, right? He falls down.
Was it a hate crime?
It absolutely was. He falls down, hurts himself, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But you could tell it was an obvious friar by his face. So I posted in the comment section, Free Palestine. Within a minute or so, I have one person post a picture of a kid with a helmet on, whose face looks like, I hate saying it, but Sloth from the Goonies, because it was so deformed and shit. And it's just this kid, this kid, he's got to be like less than 10, in the helmet, blah, 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 sitting there kind of looking up. And then underneath it says Free Palestine in like written all goofy. And it's like, that is exactly who they are. Can't make a reasonable argument, so you're going to put this poor kid's face on blast because, you know, that's funny. That kid's face is funny. That's a funny meme to you. And so I point these things out, and I say, obviously, you know, your Matitza Bepa pedos and all this shit. I start using words I shouldn't use, like Matitza Bepa and you know, Brit Milah and all that shit. Letting them know, not your average goyim here. And immediately, not one, but two of them say, take your meds, you're schizophrenic. Isn't that just amazingly coincidental? Almost like they've been given provided talking points. The app also provided users with ready-made memes promoting Israel's perspective for them to share. This is another really important part. By completing missions, users earned points, unlocked badges, and had their scores displayed on leaderboards. They turned trolling into a real-life video game with real-life prizes and shit.
Yep.
We have this new car for the person that can get the most interference, the most points today. And the thing is, I've been telling you they've been doing this for years, right? I found I stumbled across this Wikipedia page a few months ago, earlier this year. This is just the validation of what I'm saying. And this is validation on a wiki page that can't be edited. This one's all locked up. I didn't know about this shit. I just knew it was happening. But it earned points, unlocked badges, which is the prizes, and had their scores displayed on leaderboards. So when I say, like, what regular Americans are going to come on here and try to interfere with and talk shit to the guy who, at the end of the day, thinks we should kill pedos and eliminate Israel and the whole cult itself. What Americans and regular people are going to be mad at me for that? Who are the only people you can think would be mad at me for that? It would have to be either pedos or friar Israelis or pedo friar Israelis. But your average everyday person, they're 100% in support of killing pedos. And if you're looking for someone to, I'm just like to troll people. Like, I just can't even relate to that mentality.
That just seems
You literally,
life.
right, you have nothing going on. I have more going on than you do.
40, almost 7 with kids.
Right, that's embarrassing, man. That is embarrassing.
Definitely not admit that to people.
Right, I would much rather admit that I'm a bot. I would much rather say, oh yeah, I'm a Team Jorge bot. Team Jorge, yes, Team Jorge. Because Team Jorge is the name given to an outfit of Israeli contractors specialized in the use of malign cyber activities, including hacking, sabotage, and bot farm social media campaigns, disinformation campaigns to manipulate elections. I'm just going to skip over all the good shit because it's, you know, it is what it is. But one of the organization's primary tools is a software package called Advanced Impact Media Solutions, or AIMS. The software automates centralized control of thousands of social media profiles, fake social media profiles. So, it's either some loser who apparently supports pedophilia, Trump, genocide, all that shit, or it's an act.il or something similar. I mean, act.il is just one. Sure, there are tons of them. Just like there are tons of Israeli black ops organizations that use the same tool, primary tool. If you read the article, they actually brag that they can create up to 30,000 bots at any given time. I left for a minute. Is this guy's babbling? Another one of those talking points. Babbling, yapping. You know, always trying to make it sound like the person who is talking about these things, the person who thinks we should kill pedos and eliminate their cult, they must be crazy. They're not going to give any reasons why that's crazy. They're just going to say you shouldn't think that way. How dare you not think that we are the superior born, you know. Anyway, Charlie Kirk was killed. I can't say I'm upset about it. You know, I mean, I do feel bad. The guy had a wife and kid and shit, 31 years old, you know.
Oh, that's
It's sad, but this is a guy who promoted genocide.
yeah.
You know,
What you saw, motherfucker, I guess.
You know, this is the guy who, There is no Palestine. Palestine doesn't exist. Remember that video I showed you? Black kid asked the guy about Palestine, and his response was, Palestine doesn't exist. Palestine doesn't exist. It's called Judea and Samaria. Remember that shit? Basically getting you into a circular argument, so you, instead of talking about the issues at hand, you're stuck arguing whether Palestine exists. What are you, fucking crazy? All you Christians out there, Palestine is mentioned in the Bible several times. There's a lot of places that are mentioned in the Bible that don't still exist, but Palestine mentioned in the Bible.
If the indigenous Native Americans decided they wanted all their land back, and we're going to
That's what we were talking about earlier. Somebody says, guy has too much hate in his heart. Yes, I have too much hate in my heart for pedophiles and slave masters and genocidal psychopaths. I'm not sure how you guys feel, but I don't think I could have enough hate for pedophiles. And that religion, that cult, is pedophilic at its heart. Do you guys know why Hanukkah is celebrated? Like, Hanukkah is the one friar holiday that the Goyim sort of know about, right? Like, there's a bunch of other holidays that we might have heard about, Rosh Hashanah and shit. Like, we don't really know about those things. We know about Hanukkah and this 8 crazy days and the 7 crazy nights because, you know, the Hanukkah song. Adam Sandler sang a song to us and bragged about how everybody in Hollywood is Jewish. I mean, it's fucking silly. Could you imagine if I made the Hanukkah song and I just made a song pointing out all the different Jews in Hollywood? Boy, I bet that wouldn't go over very well, would it? But that is the you know, that's the main sort of Christmas, you know, it's like the equivalent. That's what we at least think it is. Here in Detroit, they erect a 30-foot menorah downtown, fed by natural gas. You know, not a natural source, but the menorah has to be lit up. Fire coming out of the big steel 30-foot menorah that's placed downtown for 1 to 3% of the population. That makes so much sense, doesn't it? But even more so, Hanukkah is the celebration of circumcision. They'll say it's the Maccabee Revolution, but the Maccabee Revolution was all about cutty, slicey, slikey. You know, it was all about circumcision. You know what I want. So go get it. Just go get a sandwich. Just go get a sandwich, woman. I'm the man of this house. Put my foot down. Look at the crybaby comments, man. They just can't fucking do it. They cannot handle this truth. That's why there's so much chaos. That's why everything is going on, because, 2017, 18, 19, they're getting exposed. People like me are popping up everywhere and talking about what's going on. If they would have waited, any longer to do what they did, to pull the false flag, it would have been a lot harder to pull it off. You're a fucking weirdo when you see a pipe and you think it's a dick. You're like, I wish I had that in my mouth. Like, it's just everything they say outs them. It shows you exactly who they are, the type of little monsters, little goblins they are. Disgusting little trolls who fuck with kids and eat fucking foreskins and shit like that. Like, this is disgusting. We're talking about some disgusting, disgusting behavior. Eating placentas. It's fucking nasty, man. They're nasty. And they're sick in the head. You don't see any sympathy. This is our land. That's the holy land. So fuck everyone else. This is ours. We kill people. We do anything we want. There's a video. It's 3 Israeli soldiers are holding a shield, blocking the view behind them, while another 1 or 2 guys rapes a man. It's either a man or a child. It's a male. You could see them pull the pants down and then rape this person. And they actually got in trouble for it. The videos show they got in trouble for it. But the citizens stormed the facility that they were being held in, demanding their release. So they were released. It's so fucking nasty. Look at how the piece of shit admitted fucking friar. The admitted friar is like, but what about what Muslims do? It's bad if other people do it, but not if they do it. I love how they're that stupid. You're supposed to care about when the Palestinians attacked or the Pakistanis attacked India, and 16 people died. Why isn't everybody crying about how that is bad and this and that and the other? It's like, so we should be upset about 16 people being killed, but not 400,000? Like, they're just so stupid. They say things like, if you open up the books on Israel, you demonize Israel. Well, I can't demonize something that's good. I can't demonize something that's righteous and wonderful. You can't demonize truth. You open up the books on Israel, you demonize Israel. Although Pakistan used to be India, you don't know their history. Stick to it. Yep, because that's the point. We're talking about the history now. The only reason I even know about this story is because the Israelis were crying about it. Why isn't everybody all upset about this? Why is everybody only upset about what we do? I wasn't following that story. I didn't follow Indian news. The only reason I know about it is because you guys cried about it. And that's what you just got done doing. What about what Muhammad does? Stop gaslighting me. You're so pathetic. You're all just so pathetic, and it's going to be your demise. It's going to, it's going to be what solidifies your destruction. And I, for one, just cannot wait. I cannot wait. Because life will be so much better for everybody in the world when you're gone. Everybody. The world becomes a better place. I'm looking forward to it. So Have yourself a wonderful night. Go get your free download, www.the-bilderberg.group.com. It's free. Just put 0 when it asks you how much you want to pay. Go watch Hollywoodism, the most important film ever made. Guess who made it? They did. It's all them, start to finish. And guess what it's about? Them. And how you could basically say the American dream is the Jewish dream. To quote one of the descendants of the Hollywood moguls being interviewed in the movie. It's a movie that if I made it, it would be called anti-Semitic tropes, and how could you say these horrible things, and yada, yada, yada. All right. Go watch, go, I'm going to, below the link for Hollywoodism will be the link to Israel Hayom. That's an Israeli newspaper, Israeli through and through, top to bottom, editor, reporters, everybody, Israeli. It's their article about how unbelievably prominent and prevalent the ritualistic sexual abuse in Israel is. It's them talking about it. And again, you can see the little pieces in there where they're like, and this type of thing happens all over the world. It's not just here. They say that a couple of times. One guy says that, oh, they make the abuse so bad that people don't believe the children when they say it. Because that's a thing. Oh, the police don't have the resources to be able to... The article still tries to cover for them. But it's just disgusting. It's just fucking disgusting. And then there'll be the links to the 3 songs, Donald Trump Hates America, COVID Sauce, and Sleight of Hand Job. The videos on Facebook, go check those out. Go like, share, and sub to the Facebook page. Like, share, and sub on this page. Charlie Kirk's gone, man. Is this going to be the first of many dominoes to fall? Because that's how change happens. Unfortunately, that's world history. Things don't change until the bad people start being killed. Till they're finally scared that they have to actually change and appease the people. Otherwise, they just keep taking advantage of us and lying to us, and they will until we stop them. So, have yourself a great night. See you tomorrow. Except, hopefully, like what would be amazing, DAP can brag. They've actually got 7 pedos to kill themselves. Like, that's an amazing accomplishment, right? And it would be really, really awesome if by tomorrow, some of you pedos that are here weren't here because you, pedophiles, kill yourself.